So recently, I was watching a fellow YouTuber's video about product photography. The channel is called Workflow, and it's run by Dustin Dolby. He's a product photographer, and I love his channel because it has lots of useful tips about lighting objects that I can use to help me render my objects or photograph them so that I can catalog and record the things that I design when they finally get made. It's also useful for YouTube as well. But his video about atmospheric glass got me inspired to do this rendering of a highball glass with 2 colored lights. So we're going to watch the video about how I sketch and render this, and then we're going to take a look at the theory behind this and the lighting setup so that you can learn how to do a sketch just like this.
My name is Eric Strebel. I'm an industrial designer. Welcome to my channel about product design and making. I hope that you like, enjoy, and become a subscriber.
This episode's sponsor, PCBWay, is having a very special sale right now. 10 dual-layer boards for only $5. They also have their 3rd design contest where you can submit your PCBs to be judged and you could win. Follow the link below for more information.
Wow, hope you liked that little video about this industrial design rendering. The music, by the way, was from Andrew Huang. He's also a fellow YouTuber, does fantastic videos. He's a music composer. I'll link to his channel above here. Love his videos and his work. Check it out. Andrew, if you're watching this, hope you approve. Thanks again for the music. All right, let's break down the theory behind this sketch so we can understand the lighting and what's going on so that you can do a rendering just like this.
The basic assumption about this rendering layout is that it's on a curved back wall, as I've illustrated here, and it's just sitting in the middle of that back wall, and we are looking at it from the front. The perspective line is right about through the middle of the glass, all right? So let's take a look from a top view of what this lighting situation looks like. Here we are, the viewer, looking at the glass straight on. From the right, we have our main light source. This is the blue light source shining from the front about 3/4 onto the glass. From the back, we have this pink light source that is shining towards the back, and that is our secondary light source, and that is how this basic render is put together. Now that we know how the basic scene is laid out, we're going to use a white pencil and we're going to draw in the basic glass. This glass flares out at the top and has a heavy bottom and a punt as well. This is the negative shape in the big part of the glass on the bottom. We're going to lay in the pink highlight on the left. You'll see that is more towards the back of the glass to help define the form on the left, and a little bit of light coming through here on the right for refracting through that big base. The main light source is the blue light source, which I'm laying in right here from the right. You'll see that that's a little bit wider, goes from top to bottom, and this is on the front surface of the glass. Then that's why the reflection goes from the top to the bottom, because it's the front. The back highlights, which we'll put in here next, are only going to be in the back half of the glass. They will not go from the top to the bottom. We put in some of the bottom of the glass right there where the liquid would actually fill in. You'll also notice these white highlights. This is where the light would be very concentrated from the light sources. It also helps a little bit with the photorealism to have these super white highlights. We will outline the glass here. I'll use a sweep. Again, we'll go back to the white, and I do not trace all the way around the edges. There is some fade off that happens with that white. We're going to do a little bit of reflection in the ground to show that the ground surface might be a little bit reflective to add a little bit more depth to the photo. We're going to erase the center line and start adding in some random sort of form and some more white highlights to really punch things up a little bit, to add to that photorealism a little bit and get the glass to look the way that we want. We really want to grind in those white highlights. And I'm coming in here with a white jelly roll to add some randomness to those white highlights, because glass is pretty random like that and picks up little bits of light here and there, and that adds to the photorealism.
Hope you like that theory and breakdown of this industrial design sketch. I hope that it helps you become a better renderer, sketcher, drawer. Now that you know how to break down a scene, set up the lighting for whatever object it is that you're rendering or illustrating, sketching, hope it makes you better.
Make sure you give the video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so. Hey, and don't forget to follow me on social media. I'm on Facebook sometimes, Twitter usually, and now Instagram. Rock on. Click here to check out some of the other design and making videos that I have that you might enjoy.